Hey there, friends. Well, by now, everybody obviously has heard that Dianne Feinstein has finally passed away. Out of respect to her family and remaining people behind that actually cared for her, I felt like I wouldn't put a video out for 2 days talking about her because there was nothing nice that I could say about her. I am one of those people, and I make no apologies for this, and people will think poorly of me, but I don't care. I feel like when you live your life as a dirtbag, piece of trash, unconstitutional clown, just somebody that's unconstitutional and against my rights as an individual and as a person. I feel like when you go through life like that and you're alive, you're a piece of crap, okay? When you die, you don't make a transformation to some kind of saint. That's not how it works. You simply transition from an alive piece of crap to a dead piece of crap. That's what Dianne Feinstein is. She was a live piece of crap. Now she is a dead piece of crap. There was nothing about Dianne Feinstein that I felt like I could say positively about her. Now, I respect the feelings of her family and cohorts or whatever who were left behind who actually cared for her. I respect that. That's why I sat it out for 2 days. But I'm here to tell you now that the world is a better place today because Dianne Feinstein is gone. Dianne Feinstein attacked my constitutional and fundamental rights since, 1978? I believe, when she started her crusade against gun owners. Her crusade against gun owners took place in San Francisco when she was, I believe, a city president of the supervisors, kind of like a city council type thing. And there was a really weird turn of events that took place. Essentially, the supervisor over these people, or the person in charge of the supervisor, wasn't making enough money, so he said he was going to resign to focus more on his business, and then he decided he wasn't going to resign. Well, in the meantime, the mayor of San Francisco had decided to appoint Harvey Milk, a very popular and I guess, I don't want to say notorious, but very famous gay man who was in politics in the San Francisco area. Well, this other person who decided to resign and then chose not to came to the office. The mayor told him that he was not going to reinstate him because he changed his mind and decided he wanted to reassume his position that he'd resigned for. So this man came in there, shot and killed the mayor, and then went over to Harvey Milk's office and shot and killed him. Well, he walked past Dianne Feinstein as he went into Harvey Milk's office, shot Harvey Milk. Feinstein ran in there after White took off and claimed she checked for a pulse. Now, her claim to fame in all of this is that she put her finger in one of the bullet holes. This was, I believe, a 38, maybe. So she talks about how she put her finger in one of the bullet holes. Don't understand why she or anybody else would say, let me put my finger in there. That sounds a little bit twisted to me. But nevertheless, that's her claim to fame. Every single time she talks about guns, she talks about putting her finger in a bullet hole, as if that qualifies her now more so to take your rights away. Oh, I put my finger into a bullet hole of a dying person, so now I can take your rights away. That qualifies me to take your fundamental God-given rights from you. No, it doesn't, Dianne. Dianne, at that point, I think she was going to retire as the president of the supervisory board or whatever that she was on. And from that point on, she was catapulted into politics. And since then, she's been attempting, since 78, to take yours and my Second Amendment rights away from us. Now, she's tried AR-15. She's tried every single thing she could. She's unapologetic about it, or was unapologetic about it. Glad she's gone now. But she made no mistake that she was after everything, not just AR-15s, every gun. And she felt like you should agree with her, or else something was wrong with you.
If I could have gotten 51 votes in the Senate of the United States for an outright ban, picking up every one of them, Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in, I would have done it. I could not do that. The votes weren't here.
To change the Constitution, as you know, requires 67 votes in the House and I think 35, 45 states to ratify it.
So at this point, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has appointed, let's see who she is, LaFonza Butler, who is currently the president of Emily's List, she is going to fill that Democratic seat vacated swiftly by Dianne Feinstein, who, by the way, just an hour or so prior to her passing, was able to successfully cast a vote in favor of a Democratic bill in the Senate. That's kind of crazy if you ask me. So this woman that Gavin Newsom has appointed is more of a temporary appointment. Obviously, she will be eligible to run for the seat full time, but it's not like a long-term appointment or anything. She falls right in there and picks up right where Dianne's term was. She is a black lesbian woman. So Gavin Newsom made it a point to say he was going to appoint a black woman, just like Joe Biden said he was going to appoint a black woman as vice president, which does one thing. What does it do? It guarantees that you will not get the best person for the job, right? Because you have immediately eliminated every single capable person who is not black and who is not a woman. So every Asian man, every white man, every Hispanic man, they're all out, no matter how well qualified that they were. Because Gavin Newsom decided he was going to make a token hire, a diversity hire. Basically a hire that when he decides to run for president, that he can say, look what I did for the state of California. First black lesbian woman appointed to the United States Senate. So that's going to be his claim to fame. But no doubt, knowing how much Gavin Newsom hates the Second Amendment and firearms and all the things he's done in California, there was a trade-off, no doubt, given to this lady, Miss Butler, to continue the fight against the gun community and against gun owners in general. So you're going to see more of the same from her. She's going to vote exactly the way Dianne Feinstein would have. She won't have as strong a voice because Feinstein was so old in there, which is why we need term limits. But nevertheless, she's going to vote the same way. Again, she just won't be a strong person on committees or whatnot if she gets appointed to any committees. The whole point of this video is I'm glad Feinstein is gone. I think the world is a much better place without her. I make no apologies for that. She was a dirtbag while she was here. She's a dead dirtbag now. So at least she's a harmless dead dirtbag now. So the country is in a lot better condition today. And I felt a ray of sunshine hit me on my beautiful forehead the morning after she passed away.
Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in.
God save the Queen, man.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. He's so